Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Culz Sports Chat, our first real official one of 2025 as we kick off the brand new NFL season. Some of us have won fantasy football, some of us haven't. Some of our teams won, others didn't. So, lots to talk about, as well as we'll do some college stuff. And I can't help but see two people there. One says the champ, which is Grayson. One says the future champ, David. You guys got a little rivalry going on there.
I mean, there's no
No, honestly, if Grayson wins, I consider that a win for myself as well, so I'm okay.
I mean, the man who showed up to the first show of the season in a purple Snuggie. I gotta give respect where respect is due. That's regal right there. I gotta be honest with you.
That's right. Got to get the robe going early.
Dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
It looks like Shane is saying 0-16. Here I come. Shane, luckily for you, we only go to 13 games, so you won't be able to do 0-16. You're good there. Scott, how's it going? Your Colts looked pretty good this week.
Yeah, it was nice to have a real quarterback running the show. Obviously, seems to be really in control. A good start for the Colts. It was really liking it. It was good.
And then there's Brendan over there, victorious in both fantasy football and real NFL. Eagles got a victory. You got a victory. Brendan, how are you feeling?
Pretty good.
That's it. Just pretty good.
I mean, I was a little shocked that my team did as well as it did. I was not expecting that outcome. So,
And then Bobby,
Yep.
you got to win in two ways. I mean, the Broncos won, the Chiefs lost. How are you feeling?
I feel our offense didn't do so well, and our defense came through.
Yeah, your two quarterbacks looking kind of sloppy this week. Of course, It is only week one, so we'll see where it goes. No time to panic.
Nope.
I want panic too bad there.
If I could start the conversation tonight, now that you've brought up Bob, I'd love to talk about that trade that you accepted. What is the point of that?
Huh?
Like, it was like two pointless people for two pointless people. What?
Blake said he's helping me, so
yeah, he's not.
Not at all. I mean,
Blake's
I didn't
in it
know there
for
was like
himself.
some secret plan behind, like you got some overall picture thing happening there, because I was so confused when I read that trade.
maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I mean, it's to be fair, it's not going to hurt you.
No.
It literally just looks like two pointless people for two pointless people.
Yeah.
So nobody was getting screwed over. So
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is better than the trades proposed to David, Grayson, and Brendan over there. So
Grayson got that same trade, I think, offered from Blake, where it was like the 6 quarterbacks for like one good guy.
I mean, dude.
So I thought we were talking about the crappy running back for the other crappy or for the good players.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Got that one too.
Dude, I swear to God.
yeah, lots of good stuff. Grayson, we'll kick it off with you. As far as like the Browns didn't pull out a win, but their defense looked pretty good. Flacco at least kept him in the game, didn't make any big mistakes. How are you feeling post week one?
I mean, it could have been worse. It was definitely – you can see that there's the formations of a team, but I'm really tired of saying that every single year that there's the formations of a team. It doesn't mean anything. Like, at this point, it's just been, nonstop rebuilding. At a certain point, it's just you got to buckle down and suffer through the growing pains and let the team actually, get a base, right? But I mean, in all honesty, it could have been a worse blowout. But I mean, with it being the Bengals, I was not surprised. It was a 1-point game. I think we all kind of expected that going in. But yeah, I mean, they looked serviceable. It's not horrible. It's not the best that they've been, but it's at least, still functioning. Not the best, but at least it's still there for the most part. It's getting
better than the
I'm sorry.
Deshaun
Is
Watson
that Bobby Boucher down there?
Oh, you remember when Bob Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl, do you?
Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, down there we got Nolan, which you guys should know. If you guys haven't watched anything but our live sports chats, that is Nolan. He does some Ghostbusters stuff. He also joins us for book club stuff and movie talk.
Right.
Nolan, since it's your kind of like first sports chat here, I know you might have done one or two last year, but how are you feeling about the Saints?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at least it's still not like bring out the paper bag time yet. They've been
not.
worse.
So fortunately, it's not. We're not at the paper bag time for sure. But I mean, it's the first week. You know what I mean? First week of the season is not always a telltale sign of how things are going to go, right? You know what I mean? Like we've seen teams go 4-0, and then everyone's like, "Oh, they're 4-0. We've seen the Cowboys go 4-0, and this is our year," And then
Hey, every year's our year.
That's realistically the only 4 games they'll win all year. But it's one of those things like you can't really judge too harshly. You see some bright spots, you see some not so bright spots, and you hope week 2 is a little better than week 1. But realistically, a win or a loss in week 1 is not always a telltale sign of how the season's going to go. Just because, dude, game 1 is always an interesting one, right? Like, for example, we'll use not last year, but I think the year before that, Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. Dude's in there for a snap and a half. You know what I mean? Before he's taken out of commission, and then they're just like, that's tough, But
Well, I
that's
was gonna say
week 1
too,
for you.
like the Panthers from like 2001, 2, one of those years where they were 1-0, looked pretty good, and then lost 15 straight. So
Like 15 straight. Yeah, it's just like it's tough, man. It's how it goes sometimes. No, but like realistically, my Saints, they look okay. It's week 1. I'm not scared. Let's hope week 2 is better, right? Hopefully there's a better result. In all fairness, though, the Cardinals are looking okay. Like on the other side of that, it's not like they're the Browns, right? Now we're out here getting.
I didn't say anything about the Saints, Nolan. You keep it out of your mouth.
Like I said, it's not like we're getting stomped by the Browns and being like, well, no. But it's the Cardinals are a decent team right now, so it's not like it's too bad of a loss because they put up a little bit of a fight. Scored a touchdown or 2, so that's on the up and up for us realistically. So,
Isn't your quarterback from the Cardinals?
I
I don't remember who you have.
I'm pretty sure it was Rattler that started.
no, he means your fantasy football quarterback.
Yeah.
Yes. As far as fantasy goes, yeah. Me and Kyler Murray are the same height or the same size. So short kings unite or whatever. Uppies. But yeah, no, he did all right, actually, surprisingly. Like, he put up like 30-something points, I think, and I was like, okay, Kyler Murray, I see you. You're beating up on my team here, but I guess I'm glad that I'm winning in fantasy, right? They can silver linings or whatever, right? My team sucks and they're getting stomped by you, but at least I'll win in fantasy this week.
Hey, you were everyone's hero this week, Nolan.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. I can back that up.
And Murray was really sick that morning. He was puking and diarrhea, a whole bunch of stuff supposedly from about 4 a.m. till he went to the arena. So he even beat off the bug that was in his gut, and still pulled off a victory. Not the best show that I've ever seen Kyler Murray, and personally I've seen only about a handful of really, really good performances from Kyler Murray, but he at least pulled that off after being really, really sick in the morning.
Yeah, which is impressive because then it makes you think, Nolan, what could he do when he is healthy? 50 points maybe.
I heard he was actually planning on not being in the game, but then he got a call and found out that Nolan had him on his team and that he had to beat Blake. And he was like, oh, fuck that guy. I'm playing.
I gave him a call. I was like, look, Kyler,
Dude.
buddy, guy, friend, pal.
Do me a solid.
Do me a solid. Okay, you get the look. I know you're playing against my team, right? They're not going to give up too many fights on defense. You'll be okay here, right? And just need you to stick this one out for me, okay? I need you to Michael Jordan flu game this for me, okay? I know it's coming out of both ends, buddy, but
Well, let's speak about the pseudo rivalry game between the two of our speakers there, which is a actual rivalry game in the NFL. David, Brendan, whoever wants to go first, whoever wants to go second, share your thoughts on kickoff, Cowboys, Eagles.
I think it was a good game. I honestly expected absolute shit from the Cowboys. So the fact that they were able to keep it competitive pretty much till the end, I know they lost, but it was definitely a moral victory in my opinion. To be fair, when it comes to the NFC East, whenever these teams meet, it doesn't really matter how good or bad they are. It always tends to be an interesting game. I mean, there's been times when the Giants only win 1 or 2 games in the entire season, and it's against NFC East people who go on to lose almost no games. So when any of these 4 teams go against each other, it's always going to be close. But Eagles were looking great. I think you can definitely tell they're coming off a championship year. They were playing pretty sharp. They're a little messy, but I feel like that's everybody for week 1. There's been some tightening up. They're just going to get better from there. I fully expect the Eagles are going to beat the Chiefs this coming week. I definitely see it. Jalen hit Dak with the Hawk Tua. That whole thing was ridiculous. But again, when it's NFC East, whenever any of these guys go against each other, weird shit always happens. So it doesn't even surprise me. I do think the Cowboys definitely looked a little better because Jalen was not there. I think if they would have had their main defensive guy, it would not have been as great for Dallas. Especially getting that running game going. But I think it was a good confidence booster for them, even with the loss. And I actually feel better about them this season after that game than I did before the game happened. So I think they're going to be I think it's going to be a good season. I think the Giants are the only ones in the division that are going to be guaranteed shit for the year.
Hey,
I think
only as long as they start Russ. You put Jackson Dart in there, they might be 5 points better.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
Honestly, I would, like I said, I'm starting Dart in my playoff or my Giants game. So
yeah. I personally, I already had confidence that Commanders were going to be great. I was pretty positive Eagles were still going to be good from last year. Dallas again was one that I was expecting maybe 8 wins at best. Maybe move that up to 10 or 11 if they keep it up. The running game was doing better than I thought it would. Defense was struggling, but when they came back for that second half after the delay, they picked it up much better. So it makes me feel a little better about Micah being gone, that they may actually have a plan moving forward that they can work with. And if CD would have made 1 or 2 more catches, they would have won the game. So they were at least in contention throughout it. So I feel good, and I'm excited to see all these guys go up against each other again.
Brendan, on your end, how are you feeling about the Eagles?
We'll see how week 2 goes. I think it was just because it was a slow start. None of them really played preseason. So this was their first action since the Super Bowl. So I do think they got a slow start. I'm interested to see what they do with the secondary, just because you can definitely tell that they have a missing link there with no actual CB2. And it can hurt them. It sounds like our backup running back has a cracked rib, so he'll be out for 6 to 12 weeks. And
hey, but you guys made a trade for a running back today, Tank Bakersby.
Carter didn't get suspended. They're counting that one game that he got kicked out as his suspended game, which will be good against the banged up Chiefs. I just think it was slow, and we'll see how the coming up weeks go, because you can only go uphill from there.
Hey, not as confident sounding over there.
Well, I gotta say, I also feel like kind of what I was mentioning and what Brendan just said. You can't really accurately judge any of these teams when it's a interdivision game. Mm-hmm. Like, they know each other so well that they always play differently than they will against everybody else in the NFL. So I think as far as the Eagles go, we're going to get a much better idea of how they are once we see how things go against the Chiefs this week.
I was going to say, here's the next 3 weeks of
exactly
Chiefs, Bucks, Rams.
That'll tell us a lot about them. Cowboys, of course, are playing the Giants, so they basically have a bye week. But after that, we'll see how things go.
Yeah. I don't know. The Giants are my dark horse team every year for some odd reason.
Well, Blake's team name is Dark Horse, so they're automatically shit. That's just
probably, but I'm just saying, like, for me, it's the most wild thing ever that for some reason the Giants, like, just the way they play the game of football is the most miraculous thing I've ever seen sometimes. Mostly because it's like they will play the 15-0 freaking New England Patriots.
Oh yeah.
And that's the only game they'll win all season is that one. They're just like, you know what? We came here just to ruin your season, your perfect season, and that's it. We're not going to win any other games. None of that. Like that's all we came here to do. And this is what happens.
Speaking of Giants, and I guess this may be jumping games, but Mr. Danny Jones, or he went off. Didn't Daniel? He had a great game.
Danny Dimes is not a great quarterback, but that's just me.
The Giants are gonna. What is it about their players that as soon as somebody leaves, they get better?
It's just the organization.
The organization, brother. Like, that shit's awful.
One of the commentators called him Indiana Jones.
All I know is there is no way in hell I would ever have gotten rid of Saquon.
I'm so happy they did.
Poor management.
Look at he is half of the Eagles' offense.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He is so good. Like, absolutely baffling that the Giants would let him go to anybody, much less a divisional rival.
Yeah, Scott, what are your thoughts on that? Since you're, Saquon's on your fantasy football team, and now Indiana Jones leading the Colts there.
Oh, well, that's looking great. Unfortunately, Indiana Jones isn't my quarterback on May. I have to stick with Brent May since Trevor Lawrence did really crap against a nobody. So we'll see what at least quarterback wise, I'm interested to see what Brent Mays does. But running back, my back was Tank Bigsby, and then he gets traded to the bottom dweller on the Eagles. Maybe the kickoff return guy. Well, I'm not going to get points for the kickoff return. So now I have this guy on my this anchor that's on my bench. Try to swap him out or see if there's a sucker in our league that would be happy with the trade. We'll see.
I mean, Scott, I got to play you. I got to play you like 4 more times this season, apparently. So keep him, man. It's fine.
I'll trade him.
I'll send you an offer.
Okay.
Here, we'll bring Bobby on real quick to talk the Broncos.
Yep.
Bobby, what did you feel about the Broncos game this weekend?
I just think, it was only game 1, but the offense needs to click more together. Yeah, because you can tell what he was saying. Nick was saying is to kind of go inside, come back. Just trying to don't go outside.
Well, and I think a lot of this too is just rust. We've talked about it already today, but a lot of these players aren't playing in preseason at all anymore.
That's why.
Which is wild that they've all been like, that's a trend. You used to see them for at least a couple of snaps in, the last game or two. And now they don't even touch the field.
No. And I think you can tell because, especially some of these teams where maybe they just switched coordinators, they look lost. Like the Lions, they look terrible. And they got the talent. We know they got the talent, but
they dropped so hard from last season.
Their team is great. The Lions have a great team on paper. But that they did look a little funky. That was like, Detroit, you're looking like old Detroit. So this is interesting.
Honestly, to that point, I think we're going to see a huge change in how management, or at least ownership, kind of lets that happen. Is because it seemed like, as it was brought out, that it wasn't just like a couple teams; it was a lot. Like a lot of teams that didn't have anybody that played in preseason. It was noticeable. And I mean, like anybody that's played, any sort of team sport growing up, especially football, it was always practice makes perfect. Even if you're not in the game the entire time, you still at least get warmed up. You know what I mean? Like you don't just sit on the sideline. Like if it was me, even though I'm not going to be, getting paid a whole lot for a preseason game, I'd rather at least be ready for what the season brings instead of just sitting there getting
I want to take at least a couple
Detroited.
snaps. Yeah,
Right.
I don't want to.
I mean,
I
I
don't
get
want it
that
my
to some
first time to
degree.
be the actual game.
But at the same time, like I think it's all about the whole like, well, nobody wants to get hurt in preseason or like no stupid stuff like that or whatever. Like, which I get to some degree, right? Because like you get hurt during preseason and you're out the whole season, like that sucks. Like that's awful, But at the
I
same
mean,
time,
true that, but like at a
At
certain
the same
point,
time,
if you're like
we're-
fresh off the draft, or even if like you're, a 3rd or 4th year veteran, get in the game. It's
bro, like
not that big of a deal.
that's what I'm saying. Like, let me get out there. Let me catch
You
a
like
pass or two,
3 snaps.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just before I sit down for the rest of the preseason or whatever. Yeah, like at least let me get a snap or two in something. And I get it, the guys are practicing or whatever, but preseason it's like this is your like semi like first taste of like game speed, So
Exactly.
and I get it. You get your rookies in there, you get your young guys in there or whatever to get the experience, make them shore them up a little bit or whatever from the off season. But yeah, I definitely if that's me, I'm if I'm star quarterback or whatever, yeah, let me get in there. Let me do a couple snaps, see how it feels just for a second,
Exactly. I mean, honestly, I think part of it too is that the coaches that are in charge of these teams are way too analytically driven. By that, I mean they're using AI models, they're doing a whole bunch of number crunching and everything else like that, which I mean, I get, but I think
Sure.
in all honesty, it's like we can see it. It's kind of sucking the soul out of the game where everybody's coming off, the bench rusty, looking rough. They're trying to keep everybody statistically performing, but if you don't actually put that to action, we see what happens with how many teams that looked horrible, even though they like literally halfway through the game, all of a sudden they turn the Jets on and then they're, beating the other team.
Well, see, with that, Grayson, though, like I agree, right? Because like analytics are great, right? I love analytics, and especially all the stuff that they do now with all the sports or whatever. Just because like some of that stuff is like super cool, right? Like I love seeing how hard some of these dudes hit the ball, like launch angle, how how freaking fast they throw, like how hard they're hitting it, shit like that. I love it. It's fantastic, right? Especially some of the like the weirder like intangibles of where it's like, oh, if this guy's on the court or whatever, they're winning 60% of their games. It's like those weird like advanced like kind of stat things. But at the same time, the things that the computers and AI and all that stuff can't account for is heart. Like it's one of those things that a lot of guys really depends on heart and effort. Because like as far as like tangibles, you can be like, sure, Max Crosby has a shit ton of tackles, great defensive player, right? But what you can't see on the AI is like how much of a motor that dude has. That guy is all over the field all the time. Like it's like, why are you here? Why are you over here? You're a left end. What are you doing all the way on the right side of the field tackling the wide receiver? It's like, so they don't account for that and such like a high heart and high motor or whatever for a lot of the guys. So I think that's part of the method or whatever that things are missing as far as like the using analytics and things like that and being like, well, it's safer if we keep this guy out of the game, whatever. But like it's you forget that like they're humans, right? They're people. They have wants and desires too, right? Like I think back to what is it, the season with Saquon actually. You're like, hey, you want to go for the record? You know what I mean? And he's like,
Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool. Like I'm all right if we don't.
No, they didn't ask him. They told him he wasn't going to, and he just chose not to throw a fit about it.
Okay,
Yeah, they tried to
sure.
Lambo out back
Either
and put a
way.
bait on it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, okay. But these, some of these dudes do have, I'm sure some of these guys are checking stats, middle of the game. They're like, shit, I need half a sack to, be top whatever or something like that. Like I know some of the real ones, some of the good ones, I'm sure probably keep track of some of that,
Well, it's
Well,
like
you have to, because that's also how you get a lot of your bonuses. Like if you
Right.
hit
Well, and that's
certain
what I'm
marks
saying,
and
right?
stuff,
It's like,
that's
oh,
how you're getting your money.
bro, how many catches are you away from $1 million? Well,
well, this one, like one of
I need
my
the ball. I
managers
need
back in
3.
the day,
Let's go.
he dropped like this line he dropped like back when I was an AP stat back in high school. Like it stuck with me for years. It was basically the statistics don't really give you the answer; they just show you where to look. And then, I mean, it's accurate. I mean, like, just because somebody on paper can perform really well, it does not mean in action it's going to be anything. It doesn't mean it's necessarily the answer. You just know where to look. And if it's not really what it is, you have to let reality play out that way. I mean, you can't really let just paper say, hey, this is where he could be. You kind of have to let reality go through with it. And honestly, in my opinion, it's more psychology with statistics instead of statistics with a little bit of just management. There's a lot of moving parts.
Wild though, Grayson, like how it works out though, right? Like if you take Moneyball into example, because that's exactly what they did. You know what I mean? They crunched some numbers, hit some stuff like, okay, we don't need to replace one guy. We just need to have, you know, a whole bunch of guys make up for the, you know, what we're losing or whatever. And they did exactly that. But I think it was also on top of that is like, I think why it worked is you have to have people buy into the system. Like it's sometimes things don't work really well if you don't have your guys there, if their heart's not in it, if their mind's not in it.
I think it also has a lot to do though. Like you can't play statistics as much on football as you can baseball. I feel like football, just the nature of the game, like you said, it's a lot more dependent on heart and any given Sunday. You know what I mean?
Well, just wacky things happening, you know.
Yeah,
like
baseball is a little more formulaic, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like the definition of a team sport where if one position's lacking, you have nothing else. Like literally, it has to be everybody's pulling the sled this way, and if you're not pulling it this way,
yeah, one cog can mess up the whole machine. Whereas baseball, you can have one or two guys not doing a damn thing and still be about the same team.
You get I mean, realistically, you're right. You know what I mean? Like if you're talking like personnel and things like that, but it's like to some degree, you're right, David. Like, oh man, we lost our left tackle. Well, that guy is a 9-year All Pro Bowl every year type guy, and that guy goes down, and he's like, well, guess what? Looks like we're not throwing the football anymore.
Yeah, then it's like, well, looks like we're
zero protection left. It's, you know what I mean? It's like some spots are very, very key and very integral to a lot of things.
Or just like I forgot what it was last season. I forgot what team it was, but I know their kicker went out like early in the game. And so for the rest of the game, they went for 2 every single time.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna kick this shit? Yeah, we don't have
because they already had like their main kicker, I think, and their backup both went down. So they were just like, okay, we're going for 2.
Go find a dude in the stands that looks like he thinks he can do it. You think you can kick this 20-yarder, this 30-yard, this free extra kick?
Yeah.
Well, before we get to picking, we'll go around and just say, what was your most surprising thing about the weekend, and what team are you most worried about after week 1? Scott, we'll start with you.
Well, I always kind of say the best thing about the week 1 of any season is that in 5, 6, 7 days there'll be a week 2. You can't say anything about either of the teams off of week 1 appearances, especially because as David was saying, they're not playing in preseason games anyway. The first game is a lot of people's first preseason game. So not really sure if there's really anything I could say that's a surprise one way or the other. It's going to have to really see what's going to be come on week 2. Let's see what they do after week 2, and then let's have this conversation.
David, what about you?
I think most surprising. So it's kind of the same answer for both, because I think my most surprising moments and teams that I'm looking at the most were one and the same, which is going to be that amazing Sunday night game with the Bills and the Ravens. I think they're both 2 of the best teams in the league. Neither one of them disappointed. Phenomenal game. Fantastic comeback from Josh Allen and the Bills. I think it was anybody's game that whole time. It was a shootout. They did a great job. Outside of those 2, I think what surprised me, KC losing, did not expect that. But I have a feeling their good luck from last year that they barely got away with several games, I think maybe that luck has run out. And I think they're going to be exposed as being as mediocre as I think they really are. I do not expect to see them back in the Super Bowl this year. I think the Ravens and the Bills far outweigh them in terms of better teams in this league. So both of those teams, fantastic, we'll be looking at both of them. And yeah, I mean, like Scott said, it is week 1, so it is early to make too many major things. But from what we've seen so far, that's where I got my eyes on as the most exciting games and the ones that I'll definitely be trying to keep an eye on as we go forward.
Yeah, can I go next and like piggyback on
Yeah,
that? I mean, 'cause
you can
David,
go.
he stole what I was gonna say pretty much. Basically, it was like, as far as like teams to watch out for, obviously, dude, like Josh is a monster. Like as far as like quarterbacks go, he's probably my favorite quarterback in the league. Because dude, the kid is a monster. He really is. That comeback was absolutely insane. Especially because it's not like it was against like a terrible team. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to be down by a bunch and then to try to battle back against a team that's like, meh, we just kind of happen to get up and get one over on you for a little bit. You know what I mean? No, it's the Ravens. Like that's a kick-ass team. You know what I mean? So for him to come back like that was just absolutely freaking huge for Buffalo, obviously. But it just shows you that you can't count out the Bills, man. Like that's a rough life if you're trying to do that. You know what I mean?
Okay, but to be fair, Nolan, think about it this way. If you knew that you win this game and then you get to go sleep with Haley Steinfeld, you could pull off that comeback too.
Absolutely.
All right. He had the motivation.
Oh, there's 1,000%. And well,
if I had to watch Sinners too on the off season, I definitely have that issue for sure.
It's funny that you say that, David, because he even talked about because like I guess there was like a little picture or whatever of him, obviously like he's holding the football like in the snap, and it's like obviously his hand because he's wearing a ring now. So it's one of those ones that I guess he had a little quote or whatever about that. He's like, it's playing with this ring on he's like, it feels so much different now because I'm doing it for like for her and everybody else and the team and just like added
I think he actually mentioned he's so happy that he has like his best friend, like
pretty much.
Cute. I mean, I hate him because he got such an amazing woman, but good for him.
Well, I mean, if you were Josh Allen, you know what I mean, you'd get that caliber of woman too, I'm sure, right? But yeah, no, it's one of those things. So I was like, that's kind of cool though that they mentioned it and he put a little quote on it or whatever.
And yet they didn't have to make it the entire focus like they did with Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah, of course not. No, because I mean, obviously Josh let his football do the talking. But yeah, no, it's one of those ones that if you were to tell me though for sure that that game was over at when it was over, I'd be like, yeah, you're probably right, most likely. And then my man does that, and it's like, whew, all right, go Bills. So
if I could jump in, JJ McCarthy had another pretty great comeback there come last night. There with he definitely looked jittery in the first half, but he kind of figured things out and brought the Vikings back kind of from the dead. I didn't really think that it was so much the Bears defense kind of stopped playing. Bears defense was still doing pretty good, but McCarthy still came off with the Vikings still came away with that victory last night. McCarthy came back too.
Yeah.
Still also got to remember it is the Bears.
The Bears will be the Bears as we know.
The Bears will be the Bears, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even feel too let down last night.
That's tough.
You know what? I'm interested, just since we're talking about the Sunday game real quick. Do you guys think the Bills won the game, or do you feel like the Ravens lost the game?
Oh, the Bills won that game for sure. It's the Ravens didn't lose it. Like, and then
you don't think the Ravens let up
right,
a little bit? They were like, "Oh, we're gonna win," and they just kind of backed off. You think they were still on full throttle?
That's the thing. Is exactly that of what I was saying. It's like you can't. Most of the time, you'd be like, "Man, this game's already over," right? Like everybody freaking thought. But it was like those that know and those that like see and like watch the way they play, like know that Josh Allen, he's gonna put up a fight. It's definitely one of those. They didn't get lax. It was a shit. We need to watch our backs, and they did the best they could. You know what I mean? Because like I saw a video on this too, which was even crazier. Is that they were like this far from blocking that field goal. On top of that, like the dude's hand was literally like touching the ball essentially. So the Ravens were trying, man. They definitely put in a lot of effort to try to keep them down while they had him down, and then just Josh said absolutely not. I'm gonna kind of fight back. So I definitely think the Bills won that game versus the Ravens losing it per se.
He just kept replaying that scene from Sinners in his mind. He was like, "There's no way I'm starting the season like this."
Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, no, I'm going to push back on you a little bit on that. I think honestly, once like third quarter rolled around and they had a pretty healthy lead, I think they did let off the gas a little bit. But then once Josh was just nuking it, it was like, oh, he's still in this, and the team's still running. So then they had to play catch up because once Josh Allen got on, you could just see it. It was just nonstop, dude.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, like to your point too, it was like they were still giving it their all, but it was like they just got caught up on the back foot because once they got, everybody has a plan until they get hit in the mouth, and they got hit in the mouth hard.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, the fumble by Henry just like completely changed the dynamic of that football game.
Well, see, and you know what the thing is too is like, because a lot of people be like, oh well, he fumbled that like that or whatever. It's like, dude, Derrick Henry doesn't fumble the ball.
No, that's why I think it was just so deflating.
So and it can be, you know what I mean? Like when a big guy does, you know what I mean, like it wasn't a mistake, right? Because it's not like he did it on purpose. It just kind of, happened, right? Because like it's one of those things, like, I don't know, 9 times out of 10 you could ask me if he's going to fumble that ball, and I'm going to be like, no, absolutely not. So yeah, it's sometimes it happens though, you know what I mean? Like that's the part about football that makes things kind of crazy.
Yeah, it shakes your faith in the rocks that you got on the team. So I mean, it's always hard when that happens.
Oh yeah. I will say though, I did like Lamar's his take on it, because they were asking him or whatever, like how he was, like if he was, like upset or whatever, kind of like talk to him about it. And he was like, dude, I told him to shake it off. Like, what else are you gonna do? He's like, come on. He's like, sometimes it happens. He's like, bro, I fumbled in the playoffs. He's like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He's like, this is week 1. Like, just shake it off. It's not that big of a deal. You did more than enough for us, during that game. So, and I was like, yeah, I agree with that take. Like that's, I might not like Lamar Jackson as a true quarterback, but I do like him as a person and a leader for that team. I think he does really, really well, and he's definitely on it with that one. It's like, bro, it's week 1. You know what I mean? Fumbles happen. I've done worse in bigger game moments. Like, shake it off. It's cool.
Also, if I'm remembering correctly, that was one hell of a strip. Like the dude literally punches the football directly out.
Well, and that's another thing too. It's like you try to do that 10 times out of 10, and you're probably only going to get that one time. Yeah.
Like it. I don't even put like that's not even a bad fumble. It was that defender was on his shit kind of fumble. So. Yeah. You can't get mad at that.
More than anything, somebody would say he probably got really lucky. You know what I mean? Like that's a better lucky than good situation any day of the week. So,
do you guys watch any of those TikTok football edits that they just basically do every single week of all the major games that go on? For that strip that they did for Mike Henry, it was literally just a bunch of sound bites, but it was like, I'll take that, boink, gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Plays my mind. It was hilarious.
Sometimes that's how it be. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can't plan these things. Like really what it is you can try for it, but again, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get it. And the dude just happened to be that, what is it? To use a little Avengers here or whatever. It's the one timeline where that happens, so.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the week upcoming, because fantasy football, we got Castle Rock Rams taking on Slay the Play Trinity, who is now 1-0. We got Kansas Kite Monsters playing Blazing Red. Brendan, you're 1-0 as well. We got South Park Cows, Yorkville 49, both looking to get their first win. So someone will win that one. We got Thundercats taking on the Aspen High Rollers. So Grayson, that looks like a pretty good matchup right there. Should be high scoring. We got Cryptid Critters taking on Auto Draft Sucks. So another should be a good one there. Desert Dogs takes on the California Sun Hitters. And this week's everyone's favorite to win, Birmingham Bats, taking on Dark Horse. So
we already have live commentary that apparently Dark Horse is going to clip some bat wings, is what he said. So we'll see about that.
Hey, we are all pulling for the bats this week. So yeah, next week we'll do a little bit more in depth with fantasy because, like we've talked about, it's a really wacky week. So next week I think we'll kind of get everything a little bit under control. But let's get to picks, and we will start with what is week 2. It is going to start with Green Bay, Washington Commanders. David, we'll let you go, and then we'll let Brendan go since you guys are in that division with the Commanders. Who do you think wins, Packers or Washington?
I think it's going to be a very close game. I was actually very surprised what I saw from Green Bay this last week. They did better than I expected. But I do think the Commanders are going to end up getting it because Jordan Love, I don't even think he threw for 200 in this last game. So I think he's going to find a bigger challenge against Washington. And
but he had that was a terrible game though from Green Bay.
It was. Yeah.
That was not a great game for them.
But I think Commanders are ultimately the better team in terms of talent and coaching. So I think they will stick it out.
Brendan, what about you?
You're on mute, buddy.
You're muted.
You're still muted.
No, I'm not.
Am I deaf? You guys.
Anyways, actually, I disagree with David. I think that the Packers are going to win. I don't. I think that the Micah Parsons trade is going to be enough to put them over the edge, and I think they are probably the new favorite or one of the new favorites to come out of the NFC. I think that they can do it.
Don't get me wrong. I hope Washington loses.
No, I believe you.
I would prefer that.
I think maybe it was just because the Lions had someone compared it to bland chicken and rice offense.
Look.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the Lions.
Rice on offense, but guess what? Those are staples, man. Those are you can't knock
well,
out
I
the
just
Lions.
mean because the new offensive coordinator for the Lions was not the best, but maybe that's what it was. The Packers looked better than I thought. Well, I thought the Packers have always been decent, but they looked like they have taken that next step, and I think Micah Parsons helped them push them over the edge.
Scott, what about you?
Yeah, actually, I'm agreeing with Brandon on all points. I think Love now is kind of getting things really squared away in how to run that offense. He's been improving. It seems like each week, especially now this coming season. And I think Parsons adds a huge amount of benefit for the defense, and they'll be playing at Lambeau. So I'm going to lean with the Packers on this game.
All right, Bobby, what about you? Commanders or Packers?
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
All right, we got a Green Bay pick. Grayson, what about you?
Honestly, yeah, I think Washington put up a fight right out of the gate, but Green Bay is Green Bay. They're just a powerhouse team. That's a legacy at this point, so I don't think they're going anywhere. So give me Green Bay.
Nolan?
I'm going to be the contrarian here, and I'm going to take Washington. Like I said, I think they played really, really great last season. I think they made some changes here and there, but for the most part, it's still pretty much the same team in Washington. And they stepped it up last year. So I think definitely if they can continue what they did, that they should be okay in this game, especially if Green Bay plays like they freaking played this week. Because Jordan Love was not it, brother. Like he was.
I think Jordan Love's one of the weaker parts of their team, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm much more scared of other parts of their team than him. I don't think their quarterback's all that great.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's like realistically, it's there are positions that, like you said, can make or break a team realistically, and we do know that one of those positions is the quarterback position.
Absolutely.
So, so it's one of those things. Like, I mean, he shows up or whatever. Because I'm not gonna lie, if he shows up, actually, it's a different game, right? It's it's a much harder game for Washington. But I think realistically, it's one of those things that he doesn't show up. Washington's got a much easier game that way. So we'll see, though.
Yeah, see, I gotta go with Green Bay as well. I just feel as a team they're a little bit better than Washington. Washington, I was not as impressed with this weekend, especially because the Giants did absolutely nothing. Like they looked terrible. I
Well,
mean,
week one.
the 0-16 or the 0-16 Lions probably could have beat them. Like,
Oof.
there's only one team this year that I think looked worse in week one. That was the Dolphins. But Giants look bad. I think Jackson Dart is going to get a start here in the next few weeks because they have just looked lifeless. So, considering the competition, I just think the win was more impressive with Green Bay. And, Micah wasn't even at full speed yet. Get him some more time and reps. I think he's going to look better. That defense is going to look really good. Yeah, so give me Green Bay in that one, which will bring us to. Sorry, we went to preseason week 2. That's not what I wanted. So first matchup is going to be Jacksonville traveling to Cincinnati. David, what do you feel there?
Give me Cincinnati. I think Trevor Lawrence is. I hate to say it. I think he's in his decline now. Last year wasn't great, and it doesn't look like he's done much to pick it up for this season yet. It was only week 1, so we'll see. Maybe he was rusty, but the Jags in general just don't impress me. They had a window of opportunity, and they kind of let it slide past them. Whereas Cincinnati, I think, is still very much in the mix of things and is really hungry for that big win. So I think they're going to be a bigger force to reckon with this year. So definitely give me Cincinnati.
Scott?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I think they'll probably make some changes on the defensive side. I think maybe they were kind of surprised that Cleveland got as close on the score as they did. So I think there'll be some major changes on the defense for the Bengals, and that'll put them over the top. Got Burrow and Chase on the offensive side. It seems like they didn't really pair up very well last week. Again, first game of the season, not really playing during the preseason. So I think they'll really tie it up together this week. So it should be the Bengals in a rout, I would say.
Okay. Nolan?
I like how it's the opposite of last game of the year, Bob. Can't hold anything back now. Basically, first game of the year, you just try shit and see if it works. Yeah. You know what? Why not? Give me the Jags. Just because it's one of those ones that honestly I like Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, I on this one I just really realistically want to be a contrarian just because everyone else is going with the Bengals. Yeah, I don't really have any faith in them, but I just want to choose them anyways, just because it's fun. That way, if I'm right, I'm just but at the same time, no, I honestly like the Jags played the fucking Panthers. Like Panthers are kind of garbage, so they still won, but it's one of those ones. It's like, is it a win? Yeah, and then the Bengals they played the Browns. So honestly, I consider week 2 to be a toss up between those two. In reality, but we'll see. But yeah, give me the Jags, man. Why not?
All right, Grayson, who you got in this one?
Honestly, give me the Jaguars. The Bengals, I mean, they looked just as caught off guard by the Browns as the Browns were surprised that they were actually keeping up with the Bengals. I mean, the Jags, obviously still the same thing, but also, the worse the Bengals do, and if the Browns actually can pick it up, the Browns have. So, give me the Jaguars.
Sending it for his home team. I like it. That boy, Grayson.
Bobby, what about you?
Over here?
Give me Jacksonville also.
Oh, wow. Jacksonville is now favored in our picks. So, Brendan, we're bringing you back on. Who you got? And is it Jacksonville as well?
Oh. Man can't talk with his mouth full.
He's eating tacos. What are you eating over there?
Good job,
Nachos.
Keegan. Right as I took a mouthful.
Nice and polite.
Anticipation. of
Hashtag
goal.
phrasing.
Good boy.
No, I think the Bengals will be able to win. I do think that the reason they looked like they did against the Browns is because it's a divisional game in Week 1. I think they'll show their true offensive colors and they'll be able to. I mean, I didn't watch any of the Jacksonville game because
There's
I
no
couldn't
point.
get it, but I do think the Bengals are a better team. So
Yeah, give me the Bengals as well. I just think they'll click, like Brendan was saying. It was a divisional game in week 1, which the Browns always play the Bengals really pretty close, so not too worried there. The Jaguars, I think, will make it a game, but again, they beat the Panthers, and at one point they were showing footage from the game where players were just watching the jumbotron while they were on offense, supposed to be like in the huddle, like they were distracted. So maybe not the best of competition in the Panthers there.
Fair.
So that brings us to David. You guys are hosting the Giants. So Cowboys, Giants. How bad do you think the Cowboys whoop them up?
I think it's going to be pretty rough for the Giants. I expect that it's going to be at least a double-digit win.
All right, Scott.
Yeah, it's going to be the Cowboys easy. It's going to be the question of the season. I think is going to be is, are the Giants really this bad as they're showing right now? Going to be kind of the question that we'll find out come in probably the next really 2-3 weeks. Are the Giants really this bad? I kind of think that they are. So in that case, it's going to be the Cowboys pretty easy.
Nolan.
I'm definitely going to go against David just because I want to go against David this week and go against his Cowboys because I'm always going to go against the Cowboys off of principle. And I am a man of principles. So
It's fine. You're going to lose in every sense going against me this week, especially
that's fine. That's
especially
fine.
in our team.
That is so fine, and I'm okay with that. Okay, because the thing is
I have a bucket full of L's.
hey, look, sometimes that's how it goes. Maybe not a bucket full, a small.
You're right. A wheelbarrow
A
full.
small pail, maybe. A tiny baby sand shovel of L's, maybe. But no, they didn't play great, but I don't care. Okay, they are gonna dark horse the Cowboys this week. Week 2, they're gonna show up. The Cowboys they're gonna sit back, rest on their laurels, not know what they're doing. They're gonna be weirdly complacent, and they're gonna end up fumbling this game. That's the prediction right there. Boom.
Nolan, the way you dropped
Giants or football. Yeah.
The way you dropped Dark Horse in there makes me feel like you're working behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on there. But
No, I want to say that
both
I used that term first, okay, and he can suck a fat one for naming his team that, because like it's not even clever, really. Like at the same time, it's like, come on, brother, like do better, you know?
all right, so Grayson,
Yeah.
well, who you picking? Are you gonna go with the Giants or the
I just wanted to
Cowboys?
leave it in suspense for a second, but thanks for ruining that.
Yeah.
Honestly, give me. I think the Cowboys probably have a higher chance to win than the Giants, but I'm going to pick the Giants just because I want to see, not that I hate the Cowboys, but the team is just so shoddily managed and owned. I
You guys are
kind of
making a mistake on this one.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be wrong. But give me the Giants. I want to see if they actually pull it off.
All right, so next we'll go Bobby and then Brendan. We're gonna pull you on soon, so no bar bites. Bobby.
Cowboys are going to manhandle the Giants. Manhandle.
All right, with that, Brendan, we're bringing you on.
I don't like how he said manhandled.
That was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Feeling the bits.
I think that since it's in Jerry's world, that CD Lamb is going to get blinded by the sun and he's going to drop the game-winning touchdown pass, and it's going to be the Giants.
I'm willing to make a bet with all three of you
He's gonna slip
that
and
if
misthrow.
the Giants
everything.
win, each of
I
you
actually
can
think
have,
the Cowboys will win, but I
okay, then
think
you're
it
out
would
of
be
this.
funny if the
So
Giants.
Grayson and Nolan, I will make you a bet. If you win, you can have any player off of my team that you want.
Oh, that's tough.
But
But if you lose,
speaking
I
of
get
that,
any
Dave,
player I want from your teams.
I'm not taking that bet. I think the Cowboys are going to win, but
See, there we go, another one
You know
out.
what?
I already said that.
This doesn't hurt me almost in any way, shape, or form, David. So
You want to do it?
I'm in.
Really?
Yeah, little air,
All right.
air,
All right,
air shake, whatever.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, you heard it live here.
Right.
We will have a trade update next week. But yeah, I think the person winning that trade is going to be David, because I think the
Yeah,
Cowboys will
There's a
probably.
chance. But like I said, mi nombre medio es peligroso.
I
Okay?
think the Cowboys beat the Giants by like 30. Like I don't
Damn.
even think it's close.
Think they're gonna rinse them by 30?
Yeah, I think the Commanders are getting overhyped, and so their victory by 14 looks pretty good. I think it's going to be worse.
Honestly, I feel like we'll have a really good sense on how this game's going to go once we see that Green Bay Commanders game.
Mhm.
I just really thought it would be funny for CD to blame the sun in his eyes again. That's why
I
I
can't
said
see
what
the
I
ball was in the air. Boy, it was in the lights. I can see it. I got sun in my eyes. No, so it's one of those things that like I'm gonna agree. It's gonna be a tight game. It's not gonna be anything spectacular. I don't think they're gonna get rinsed really. But at the same time, like I give it honestly probably a touchdown, a score either way. Like, you know what I mean? That'll be what it is.
Nolan, you know you have three of the youngest, best running backs that you're just offering David, right?
Yeah.
Well, he'll have two after this week.
I know. I'm just like,
But
Mhm.
against win, he could have Bijan Robinson too.
that's true.
I could get Bijan's Dijon, baby. No, realistically, I'd probably just steal his quarterback just to mess with him for no reason.
Just
Like,
take
Steal
Dak Prescott.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, just take one of your quarterbacks.
It would be poetic.
Oh, yeah.
Nolan needs a quarterback though, so
To
it's not
win
really
and-
like a
and steal
surprise
your-
pick.
Well, that also on top of that, yeah, with what I've been given, like I've got Kyler Murray or shit. I don't
That's
know
it.
who's on my bench.
No,
Um,
no
Anthony
starter.
Richardson, technically, but
Oh, yeah, it's Richardson. Yeah, so I literally I got nobody, man. Like it's
God, if you took Dak, I'd have to rely on Sam Darnold the rest of the season.
You see what I'm saying? Like this shit's funny to me. If I win, realistically, if anything, he just gets a young running back, and that's okay, cool, whatever. Bet, have fun. You know what I mean? Unproven rookie. You're really playing with fire there.
But
I could go offer Nolan one of my quarterbacks so I can get one of the young running backs if he's just going to say bet about him.
Hey, well, look, it's one of those things that
I respect that Nolan has the guts to stand by what he says.
Like I said, I am a man of my word, huh?
Yes, but I've
yeah.
been fighting for running backs for the last like 12 years in this league, and he has three young good ones, and he's just
Well-
like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is like everybody puts stock in some of those guys, and it's like you gotta be smart, you gotta be smart, okay? You gotta make moves elsewhere sometimes, okay?
You got to diversify that portfolio, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Diversify that portfolio.
Diversify your bonds. You gotta be smart. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's also one of those things. Like I'll start shopping around on other people's teams and seeing if anybody's willing to part with a guy or two, maybe. So
Nolan, a really good idea for you when you do that is just shoot like trades nonstop, and then don't ever take no for an answer, and just keep requesting with worse and worse trades.
there you go. Seeing that guy. Ooh.
That's how you get it
Offer
done.
Anthony Richardson for their best quarterback. He'll probably get a hit.
Yeah, somebody's gonna bite on that for sure.
Keep
Yeah,
tossing it out there, buddy. See if it works out for you.
it's tough out here. Well, I'm mad because like even like the people that are left like aren't even good quarterbacks or like starters. And I'm like, like everyone literally just little shits are hoarding everybody, and it's like, come on, man. So I
Hey,
don't know.
you know what, Nolan? If you want to make it more specific, just so we can have some poetic to this, if you win, I'll trade you Dak for whoever you send me. If I win, I'll take Neighbors since he's on the Giants.
Just for that's crazy.
So it's like you're losing one from whatever team. Think about it. We'll talk about it later. We'll figure
yeah,
it out.
I was like, we'll shop that one for sure.
All right. Well, moving on to our next game, we got Chicago and Ben Johnson returning to Detroit. So I think it's another game that we're kind of going to know the makeup of both teams. David, what are your thoughts here?
I'm not going to be watching. I don't know. I feel like this could go either way. Like, neither of them really give me much to be super excited about. You know, it's like it'll be fun, I guess. I don't know. What do you think, Keegan? You give yours last all the time. Who do you think's going to win?
So if it's played like last week, I definitely think Chicago can pull it off just because I don't know what was going on with the Lions. At least Chicago looked like they had something up until the end. And again, it was a lot of the Vikings are just a really good team and they were able to overpower the Bears at the end. So I have a lot more faith and I will take Chicago in this one.
What's funny is until this first week, I would have picked the Lions hands down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially the way they've been playing. Yeah. But after last week,
after that, my gut wants to say Lions, but I actually agree with you, Keegan. I have more faith in how Chicago played last week. So and I think they might be hungrier than the Lions, which is crazy because they've been going at it so hard trying to get there. I don't know what happened to them. For their sake, I hope they get their shit together after that loss because they were embarrassed.
Yeah,
embarrassed.
It was bad.
I feel like the Bears, like you said, they put up a good fight. Like they barely lost, and the Vikings are not a bad team, so it's not like it was like a shitty team.
Yeah,
so,
14 wins last year, still pretty good this year.
Well, that's because they had Sam Darnold. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they did have the Darnold.
We know
so,
that. Yeah. I'm gonna go with you. I do think the Bears pull it out for their first win of the season.
All right, Scott.
I think I really didn't mention it really, but really kind of talking about surprises. I think the way the Lions played was maybe my biggest surprise of the very first week, and I don't think the coaching staff is going to let them play that way again, if ever again. So in that sense, I think the Lions are going to pull it out just because they're going to have to, or they're going to all get cut. I'm pretty sure about that. That's probably the conversation on Tuesday morning. This morning, there in the Lions camp was, okay, you play that away again, you might as well just go ahead and pack your bags. So I don't think the Lions are going to play that way again. I'm going with the Lions.
Okay. Nolan.
This one's an interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, but also because I don't really care about either team.
Well, I don't really care about either team, but it's like realistically, with the way the Lions played, I'm very hesitant to choose them. But on the other side, it's the Bears. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like it's like
So personally, I kind of feel like both
literally
teams
stuck between a rock and a hard place here.
Are kind of in the same spot, but I feel like the Lions are coming down, whereas the Bears are starting to go up. I think the Bears are starting to get it together, and I think the Lions are starting to kind of slowly come out of their window because I think last year was kind of their prime time to get it done if they were going to. But it could, again, we've only seen one bad game. It could just be because none of them played during the preseason.
Well, I was going to say nobody took preseason reps, bro. Like that's so. You know what? I think week 2 we go Lions. I just can't. I don't have it in my heart to choose the Bears.
It's tough. It's tough. I agree.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's. If I did, I'd feel dirty. Yeah. No, I'm definitely I'll go with the Lions on my choice for week 2 between them and the Bears, and I really hope that the Bears do some Bears.
Matt agrees with you. Bears suck.
I agree. Yeah. Cool. Hell yeah. So, yep. My choice, Detroit.
Okay. Grayson, what about you?
In this fight between two kids in remedial English over leftover mashed potatoes, give me Detroit. I think they're going to come back actually pretty hard and strong. I think it was just, first game of the year. Nobody played in preseason. They were just getting the cobwebs off, and it was just a bad performance because nobody was ready. So I think they're honestly.
I will agree. If last week was a fluke and it was just the Lions needed to get it together, if they're anything like they were last year, they're going to be taking out a lot of aggression on the Bears this week.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Brendan.
I was actually thinking about this while you guys were going through your guys' discussions, and at first I was a little, up in the air about it, but then I really thought about it. Even though Jared Goff has his new coordinators, I do think that the Lions will probably be the better team. The Bears have a lot of missing pieces on their defense. They're injured throughout the wazoo, and I think JJ being the first game in 20 months, like actual game for him, it took a while for him to learn the NFL way and learn defenses and stuff. And so I actually think that Jared Goff will be able to take apart the Bears better than what JJ did.
All right, Bobby, what are you saying to Matt's comment as well as the pick for today?
It's like everybody's going after me. It's like I'm just trying. I don't know who to listen to. It's like I don't know.
Well, only one voice is telling you to listen to Blake. You have about 8 saying don't. So it's up to you.
I just need help. I don't know what to.
Well, who do you think will win the game, the Bears or the Lions?
Detroit.
All right, so I think we're pretty even on this one, which takes us to the Rams going to Tennessee. David?
As much as I like Tennessee as a place, and I think their new stadium, gorgeous, all that stuff, I'm going to have to go with my boy Matthew Stafford. Give me the Rams.
All right, Scott?
So long as Matthew Stafford's back is working and is not causing him pain, I'll go with the Rams. Until it starts causing him pain, which will be probably in the next 3-4 weeks, then I'll go against the Rams. But Stafford's back is still good, so we go with the Rams.
David?
I got a 30-minute penalty. I got to go.
Grayson?
Give me the Rams. They punched the Chiefs in the mouth, and they still got a lot of fight in them. I hope they take it out on the Titans still. So give me the Rams.
Bobby?
Tennessee.
Nolan?
Wild card pick. You're muted, buddy.
Well, Nolan, are you muted or can we not hear anymore?
Oh, no, I'm muted. My fault. No, so give me the Rams because I watched some of that Titans game, and good God,
Their ass.
they are. There's a reason why they got the number 1 pick, brother, and they showed it. That I was just like, you guys. I felt like Happy Gilmore. I felt like Bob Barker. These guys suck. Like it just. I was like, oh my God, they were dropping passes left and right. Like I was like, you guys are showing exactly why you were the number 1 draft pick, because good God, you are dog water. So yeah, I'm definitely taking the Rams.
And Brendan ran away. I think Brennan took your penalty, David. He's gone missing.
That's fair. That's fair.
So we'll get his pick when he returns.
That brings us to New England, Miami. I'll go first. This
Easy.
is a terrible game, and I think New England wins it.
Yeah, this is another one for me that if you would have asked me before this last week, I probably would have gone Miami. But after seeing whatever travesty it was they put on the field this last week, give me anybody against them. You can bring in the local high school team, and I'm going with them. So I'm gonna have to pick New England in this one.
Yeah, it's the blind fighting the deaf, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a garbage game. Like I don't even think Florida is gonna be having this game on their TVs. So.
All right, I'll be back. to
Jacksonville or the
cycle through-
Dolphins or Tampa. We'll go Tampa.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with what everybody else is saying. And yeah, I'll go Patriots very easily on this game. Again, try to figure out maybe this week really how bad Miami really is. Are they as bad as they showed last week? But either way, I'm going to go Patriots pretty easily here.
Nolan?
Whoa, bro. I'm calling Dolphins.
Oh, I thought you already picked.
I'm picking Dolphins, but yeah, Nolan, go ahead.
Oh,
You're picking. You changed it to Dolphins?
I never said I never made a pick. I was just saying it was the blind fighting the deaf. That was pretty much it.
I thought you were in agreement.
Okay, hold on. But if we're in a fight here, I'm pretty sure the blind is at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll
They
go with the
can't
deaf
see
over the blind.
fists.
Hold on.
I mean, true,
hold on.
but
What if the arena is in darkness?
Oh,
are we
shit!
speaking in riddles now?
Then the deaf person is worse off twice because now they can't see and hear anything. At least the blind person can sonar.
That's kind of what he's saying, man.
Like,
Wait,
that's-
why would the deaf person? Why would they not
Okay.
be able to hear if it's in
because
darkness?
the darkness only affects the seeing person.
Right.
So what you need to do to make this even is it needs to be all dark, and the blind guy's got to have headphones on that he can't hear. Like that's how you even that up.
Okay. What if we just put the blind and the deaf on the same side versus Blake?
That'll work because he just proposed a trade to me for
No.
he's
Right,
offering me
right.
Bryce Young, okay, for Trayvon Henderson.
Look,
Wow.
Straight up, one for one.
Triple fights. Culz Paranormal. We're going to be doing it right here live.
All right. Well, no, did everyone pick? I saw Brennan come back, and then he got his penalty again. So we'll move on to San Francisco going to New Orleans. Nolan, kick us off.
Okay,
No.
yes, sorry, but also I'll go with the Dolphins. They'll pick it up in week 2. They'll be all right. But going into that, you know what? I didn't see any of how the Niners played because I don't think they did they?
Matt, I'm not surprised. I could
Oh, no,
see
they
it
did
happening.
Seahawks. I didn't see any of the 49ers Seahawks game / heard anything about them. So, but also
Seahawks were embarrassed, but not necessarily.
it was 17 to
by the
13.
other
I don't know
team.
if that's an embarrassment.
Well, they did not play well.
I mean, it doesn't seem like both of them played well because if one of them didn't play well and the other one's only put up 4 more points on them, that's not a good look either, you know?
Yeah, no, it was not a good game.
So, and I mean, the Saints freaking played the Cardinals, and the Cardinals they're not top tier, but they're not.
Is it
The
just me? I feel like Cardinals have been a consistently solid team for like the last decade.
That's what I mean. Like I put them like middle of the road team. Realistically,
They're
Like,
a
they
good
are
team, but they have not been
middle
a
of the
great
road.
team yet.
right? Like I said, they're not the Panthers. They are not Tennessee. They are not normal circumstances the Patriots because they're dog water, or the Giants. So you know what I mean? Like I feel like those are the bottom 4 teams
Like I feel like I always expect them to be in contention for wild card.
for
Like to get in, you know. I feel like they're always like right there in that like 8 to 10 wins.
in that
vicinity.
range.
Yeah.
Eh.
But I feel like 1 or 2 good trades or drafts, and they could be great.
They could
Like they're so
That's what I'm
close to
saying, it's
being
like-
an elite team.
I mean, I thought they were going to try at least to get that with like Kyler Murray, and they did pretty all right. And then he started getting hurt, and then it just kind of went from there. But yeah, I honestly, I think they might be like a really good quarterback out of contention for something.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Like a really great quarterback, and then maybe like a really solid like receiver, running back, somebody, another star player somewhere.
Yeah,
and they
maybe a definitely yes, Sam, we can T-duel, absolutely. But yeah, no, okay. Well, in this one though, but to answer the question, I'm gonna go. Let's see, where are they playing? They're playing in the Dome?
New Orleans. Yeah,
they're playing in.
I think it's the home opener for NOLA, isn't it? Because weren't they away this week?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Who dat? Give me my Saints. I'll take the Saints over the Niners this week. I got to make sure to text my friend and tell him his 49ers suck. Even though realistically we're probably going to lose this game, but I'm going to take my Saints at home. Season opener. You know what I mean? They'll be feeling the voodoo. So that's my choice.
All right, David.
I love New Orleans. I love the culture, the people. I never had anything against the Saints. I even have their kicker on my team. I think they're going to be out there in force for their home opener. But this is the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and I think the Seahawks are going to knock those levees down. So I'm gonna have to go. Who are they playing?
The 49ers.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I was thinking about but no, 49ers. That's because 49ers are actually a good team. So I do think, I think, God, I hate going for California though. You know what? I got the faith. I'm gonna throw a couple extra prayers for him. Let's go, Saints.
Did you say you got offered a trade, Bobby?
Yeah, Blake.
This guy is out of his gourd.
All right, Scott, who are you taking?
Yeah, Bobby, tell us this trade before you accept it.
He want Tua Tagovailoa for Matt Stafford.
Again,
please don't. What? Don't do that.
This guy's out of his friggin' gourd, dude.
He's trying to get Matthew Stafford from you.
I rejected that one.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see what Tua did, or rather didn't do this week?
Gentlemen,
sorry.
Would you like to hear the trade that Blake has proposed to me?
Yes, Grayson, go ahead.
I get Noah Brown, who is questionable. I get Isaiah Pacheco, and then I get Bryce Young for Jared Goff, Jalen Warren, and Ladd McConkey. Should I accept?
I think this is a good one for you, man. I think you should take it.
Dude, I love it because his
Don't
comment
let me
was...
take an L to David. You're totally taking an L to David.
Bro, he's just trying to offload Bryce Young because he's garbage. But also he's trying to take one of my young running backs. I love it. You need a QB. I need a halfback. Help a brother out.
He's taking three of like my best players. I want to just tell him where he can shove it. I hate this kid sometimes, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and reject that one. Sorry, brother.
All right, Scott, who do you got?
Hold on. Breaking news. I got a trade offer.
I was like, please tell me it was Blake offering a trade.
Okay. I've got I received Keenan Allen, Tua, Isaiah, and Ollie Gordon II. He gets Dak Prescott, Sam Darnold, Jaden Blue, and Quinn Ewers.
Jesus, dude.
Is he just trying to like hoard quarterbacks right now? Like, what is?
He has 5.
What the hell is going on over there? Is he trying to play this game where he's like, I have all of the quarterbacks, and if anybody wants one?
To be fair, I guess we'd be in a bad spot if he had every single one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well,
well, I mean,
But
I'm not every single one of them, but
he can only field one.
Yeah, but here's the thing, David, is if he's got a whole bunch, you can't field one. It's fine.
You know what though? I'll take a missing spot of my bench and have all my other guys give me points if he can only have a quarterback.
You can only have quarterbacks. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, well.
All right, Scott.
well getting back to the real topic of what we were. I did actually get to watch the entire Cardinals Saints games, and I really think that the Saints really are two good trades and probably three good draft picks away from being really pretty decent, somebody to talk about. So in that case, got to go with 49ers because, again, CMC is still healthy. So
For now.
yeah, he's healthy for now. Just like Stafford is healthy right now, CMC is still healthy right now. So thus we go with the 49ers in this case.
This is honestly one of those games that I wouldn't be shocked whichever way it goes. Like, I'm back in the Saints, but I also would not be surprised at all if the 49ers win this one decisively.
Yeah. It's going to be the 49ers, I think, pretty decisively. You're right.
Okay, Grayson.
What's the game we're talking about?
49ers Saints.
We're still talking about this? Christ. Okay. 49ers.
Okay. No, Nolan already picked, so Bobby.
Who's that? Which teams?
49ers Saints.
No, San Francisco.
Okay. And we'll Brennan, we are bringing you in. No bites.
He's biting. He's biting. He's chewing. He's chewing.
And he swallowed.
No, that's what Dak does.
Oh, zinger.
I really wanted to tie that into all the spitting and stuff, but we'll save it for another time.
I think the 49ers, just because they have a better defense, even though their offense is so banged up, I think that their defense will be able to handle them just fine. Also, I got a trade from Blake.
Breaking news.
Please tell me it's Bryce Young. This dude's trying to offload Bryce Young to everybody.
Yes, it's Bryce Young and Tajee Spears for Aaron Rodgers and A.J. Dillon.
Jeez.
Is this guy a goofball? Is he like
Oh, he's worse than
I'm
that.
halfway tempted to accept it, actually. Spears
Even
is
though-
half of what I got, and I already got two quarterbacks that I trust more than Young. So
Who
What's to
didn't
say?
Aaron
What if
Ro-
we
didn't you
actually
start?
gave Blake all the players he's looking for, and then he still loses anyway?
Didn't you
like-
start Aaron Rodgers this week?
yeah, but I wanted to start Fields.
Yeah, but Rodgers got you a shit ton of points, dude.
Fields only got 0.10 less than him.
That's less. That's less.
Yo,
Not
and
by
I
much.
will say, Brent, those 0.10 whatever, they count because I freaking won by a CH against against him. Like,
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say
there
my
he
philosophy. My
Yeah,
philosophy this season, I don't care if it was the best trade in my favor. I don't want to give Blake anything that he wants.
That's
Right.
true.
That's just
But yeah,
that's just
dude,
how
I-
I'm playing this year.
I won by baby numbers this week, so that 0.10 or whatever counts, dude.
With a player he dropped.
Yeah, apparently that was a thing. I was like, oof.
That was
All
my
right.
favorite part of it.
And what about you,
So-
Keegan? Who you picking?
Just to take a wild card pick, I will take the Saints in this one. I got to take one, at least reach for one once a week. So I will take the Saints. I think they played actually pretty decently. I think the 49ers are questionable and already have some injury concerns. So I think it's in the realm of
If
possibility.
you had to do an underdog, I feel like this is one of the safer ones.
Yeah. Let's see our
Also,
next.
have you been offered a trade yet, Keegan?
I have not, no. So next one, Buffalo and New York Jets.
That's too easy.
Who are you taking, David?
Not even a question. Bills all the way. And that's with Josh Allen on the field by himself versus the
Just
Jets.
Josh Allen versus the Jets.
I mean, I still call that even odds. So
no shit. This week it's Josh Allen versus the Jets. What? Yeah, you heard me.
Also, you are a horrible person if you're going to back the Jets this close to 9/11. Just saying.
Ooh.
I forgot what happened.
On that note, Scott.
No, back in 2001. in New York, funny enough.
Yeah. These
yeah,
Jets. Yeah.
The Jets had a decisive victory.
Twice. They won 2
Twice.
times.
Back to back. Yeah.
Talk about double doink.
I'm
Right.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm going with the Buffalo Allens.
The Buffalo Allens. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It could be Josh against the field. I'm still going to go with Josh in this case. Got to go with Buffalo. Easy.
Nolan.
Go Bills.
I see how it is, Keegan.
Grayson.
Hey, you just got skipped over, bro.
I know that I don't talk a whole lot, but I'm not that forgettable. I'm going with the Bills.
All right. Now Nolan.
Yeah. We're going with the.
Now that he's had time to think about it,
We're going with the Josh Allens. So go Bills.
it's the New York Allens.
The New York Allens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's technically Buffalo. The Buffalo
Yep.
Allens.
That's
I always
true.
forget that Buffalo is in New York. By the way, I feel like it's its own entity.
Half the time they forget they're in New York too.
They do. However, I've been to Buffalo. I like that place quite a bit. Actually,
Nolan, next year, put it down. Let's go to the new stadium when they open it next season.
when they open it, yeah, dude,
The new Buffalo Stadium. Let's do it.
I'm in. I'm in. That means we can get some Teds, and I can get some real blue cheese. That will be
You know what?
so great.
What really sucks is that fan who shoved Lamar Jackson is now banned from that stadium.
That's tough.
That's rough.
Well, you
Hey,
should
but I mean, like,
Never see the inside of that stadium.
It's unfortunate, Brendan, but like, hey, man, like, realistically, they're people too. You can't just be,
Oh no, I totally agree. I just think it would really suck to be banned from a stadium that's
that's not even built yet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. What you got banned before it was even a thing.
Brendan.
Bills.
All right. Well, bring on Bobby. Bobby, Jets or Bills?
Buffalo.
All right. We got Buffalo.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, go Pokes, go Josh Allen. Let's beat the Jets.
You already Snow University, absolutely.
The next one is Seattle and Pittsburgh. I just do not like this matchup. I think Pittsburgh will win, but because it's the Seahawks, I will take the Seahawks. Dang it, I should have saved my wild card pick for now. David?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Keegan. I think Steelers take it. They've got a stronger team right now, and Seahawks did not impress me. So I'm gonna have to say the sturdier choice is probably gonna be Steelers.
Scott?
Yeah, I was kind of like, well, did the Steelers really play that well last game, or was it kind of the opponents? Was it just the Jets being the Jets? I'm not still kind of sure what the Steelers really are. At the same time, I'm also really not sure what the Seahawks really are. So thus, I will go to my fallback, which is whoever is at home will take the win. So thus, I'll take the Steelers only because they're playing in Pittsburgh.
Grayson.
I can't even live in denial on this one. It's going to be the Steelers all the way. Seahawks do not stand a chance.
Nolan?
Yeah, same story. Really, just Pittsburgh.
Brendan?
I guess Pittsburgh.
However, I will say
Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. However, I will say that the jerseys that they came out with, the rivals jerseys for the Seahawks, they were pretty nice looking jerseys. Especially because like some of the details in them are really cool. Like they've got little baby, like tiny little 12s inside the numbers.
That's pretty cool. I like
And
that.
I was like, that's kind of cool. Like it's like a texture. You know what I mean? Like you look at it, you're like, oh, it's a texture, and then you look closer and you're like, oh shit, that's little. It's a little 12. Like that's cool. So yeah, at least they have cool rivals jerseys.
And
that's all they got going for them.
All right, look, you gotta have something.
Cat.
Grayson, we will let you kick this one off. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the former Cleveland Browns, the Baltimore Ravens. Who are you taking?
So the schoolyard bully taking on the autistic kid. Got it. Give me the Baltimore Ravens. I want to stand by my boys, but it's not going to happen. They're going to beat the. It's going to be a trouncing. It's going to be brutal.
It's going to be a regular guy fighting a deaf and blind guy.
He has both hands tied behind his back. Like he'll still win
with no hands.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be real. Like I will not be watching anything having to do with that game. I will be living in blissful ignorance, pretending it doesn't exist.
Just go watch a better game, Grayson. Yeah, like I'll just watch something a little bit better.
Yeah, I don't need my heart ripped out and just stomped over. And I don't have that much money and I can't afford alcohol where I live in a restaurant watching a game. So there's no way that's happening.
All right, David.
I think the Ravens could all get punished with blindness or deafness and still win this game. So, and they're probably very fired up and pissed off over how that Sunday night game went when they had it in the bag and still got beat. They're going to be taking that out on someone, and unfortunately, the Browns are that little stepchild that's going to get. Yeah, it's oof.
The orange-haired stepchildren for sure.
Somebody we may see Shadur have to play after this week because people are going to die on the Browns.
Oh my god,
it probably are.
It was a massacre.
Yeah. It's a massacre. All right, Scott.
Not even worth even talking about. Ravens.
All right, Nolan.
I should just be contrarian just because and say the Browns, but I can't do like I've already got one crazy wild pick already with the Giants against the Cowboys here, so I'm not gonna be that guy. So obviously,
like honestly, you at least have like a 10% chance on that one.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like this one is an absolute no-win situation.
I mean, are they sending out actual Ravens to play? Because then maybe.
Yeah, possibly, right?
Some birds.
You know what? I will say though, I'm not gonna lie. I would be pleasantly surprised if the Browns do well against them. They put Sanders out there just because they're like, look, guys, we're not gonna bullshit you. Bring it in. Take a knee. Look, we're gonna get trounced this week. Okay, so we're gonna let the kid have a shot. You know what I mean? And just put him in and let him get beat up for a game.
Kevinson or I forget my head coach and Zoe even name, but he just pulls Joe aside. It's like, hey Joe, look, we want to preserve you. Just let Shador just get eviscerated, and then we'll be back on next week. Even though next week,
listen. I was watching this sportscast on YouTube, and these guys said people are going to actually die. So we're gonna.
I kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Joe, you're like 40 years old, bro. Like, just sit this one out. Trust me.
Brandon.
Ravens.
We'll go to...
What was that?
Trying to embarrass me even more, Keegan. I see how it is.
That's funny. Vikings.
Bob picks the Vikings.
No. Oh, man, yeah, Minnesota, yeah.
Okay. I will take, obviously, Lamar. We got to support our Louisville Cardinals out there. So give me Lamar and the Ravens. I don't think it'll be a trouncing like the Cowboys-Giants game, but it might be 10 points at least. Bobby, we'll let you kick this one off. The Broncos traveling to the Colts. Who you got? Oh, he's got a shirt. All right,
he's picking the Colts.
He picked.
That's why.
Picked the Denver Broncos. All right, David.
You know, I've always been told that it's not smart to bet on horse races, so this one's tough for me. You know, I don't know who's going to win the Pony Bowl here, but I think I'm going to have to say, in honor of our future mansion that we're buying around that area, I'm going to go with the Colts.
Scott, as a Colts guy, who you taking?
I'm taking the Colts. Sorry, Bobby. Broncos aren't going to last against the Colts. It's the brand new Colts. We'll see how it goes. They're living off of the ghost of Jim Irsay is controlling everything. So got to go with the Colts. Easy.
It's a wild horse versus a trained horse.
It is. It is.
Grayson.
Give me the purebreds. We're going to go with the Colts. I think the Broncos are still way too underdeveloped. Their systems are not there yet, and Sean Payton is trying to make this his team like he did when they won the Super Bowl back in, what was it, 08? And it's not there yet, so I think the Colts are going to take it.
Nolan.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and have to put my faith in Indiana Jones here.
You stole my Indiana line.
Even though I think Danny Dimes is not that great of a quarterback, the Colts are pretty solid though. And it again, there's just something weird that feels odd about choosing the Broncos just anytime really, but they can ride or whatever.
See, it's crazy. Like I like Sean Payton. I just like Grayson said. I just don't think they're there yet. I think it's going to be a few years to build it up.
But it's still the Broncos. Like,
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
Brandon?
I just realized how ironic it is that Sean Payton went from like the lowest below sea level team to the highest above sea level.
Yeah. It's the little things that make you happy, huh?
Well, Danny Dimes can't be too good because then he'll be a Bronco because all great Broncos or Colts become Broncos or something like that. I don't know. I do think the Colts will win.
Yeah, give me the Colts as well. Mainly because it doesn't seem like the Broncos offense has gelled. Like it looks like they took a step back, which we kind of expect from second-year quarterbacks. But man, the Colts looked really, really good. I know I texted Scott.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah, I was like, they showed up today. Like they trounced the Dolphins. Like,
Yeah.
And that's crazy because Miami's usually a pretty good team. Like everybody, I think most of the time would have taken the Dolphins in that game.
I was just offered Tua in a trade. So
But they
hard for me to-
legitimately
wait, did you have a break and trade?
no, that was the same trade that I rejected.
they
Okay.
legitimately look like a fish out of water. That was crazy. Unbelievable.
Speaking of quarterbacks trying to be traded, we got Carolina traveling to Arizona. David,
All day, give me Cardinals.
Scott.
Like, I'm sorry. I just think Panthers are so trash that even Cardinals not being a fantastic team, they're still good. They're solid. Panthers are not.
Yeah. Even with a sick Kyler Murray, he could be barfing and pooping between plays every day, every part of this game. It's still going to be the Cardinals over the Panthers. We didn't say anything really with the Baltimore game. Just pick out Baltimore. Same thing here. Going to be Cardinals. Nothing else to talk about.
All right, Grayson.
Sorry, I'm laughing over the trade that Blake just sent me.
You got another one?
Yeah, I did.
We got to hear.
I'll tell you after I give my pick. I'm picking Arizona. The Panthers still suck. The Cardinals consistently good. They've never been terrible, and I think they're gonna get another easy win off of the Panthers. The Panthers are trash. And then my trade from Blake is Keenan Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, or Tua, whatever it is. And then Isaiah Pacheco for CeeDee Lamb, which that's not happening. And then, he dropped some messages in the chat, and I don't care. But, give me Arizona. The Panthers don't stand a chance.
Brendan.
I think Arizona.
Bobby, why were you laughing so much there?
Me and Blake, me and him will rule the world. Grayson's new team, The Last Jedi, FTW.
So cringe.
All right, Bobby, who you take? Cardinals.
Who's that?
Who you taking, Cardinals or the Panthers?
Carolina.
Okay. Nolan, Carolina, Arizona.
I gotta go with Arizona. The Carolina Panthers are. There's like two teams right now that I don't believe could win a state championship, and that would be the Carolina Panthers and the Tennessee Titans. So definitely going with Arizona on that one.
Okay. Brendan, we got to let you kick this one off because it's Philadelphia traveling to Kansas City. They are coming pretty close to you. It's not the same state, but are you going to the game?
I wish.
All right. Well, who are you taking at least? And
Philly.
first, are we expecting 20 feet of snow?
Yes,
Oh,
definitely.
from an
We're
inside.
gonna have
source.
little snow tornadoes that are throwing alligators.
Kansas kite monster, Brendan. Who are you taking?
We're gonna keep him secret.
I got your back, Grayson. I responded to him for you.
I appreciate it, David. I gotta see this now.
I'm ignoring him all season. It'll be better for my blood pressure.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
No, the energy drinks will do that for me.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
All right, Brendan.
Philadelphia will win.
All right, David.
See, I'm having to struggle internally with my hatred of both these teams for different reasons. But ultimately, though we hate each other, I feel like there's kind of that respect between two big time rivals. Like, yeah, go fuck yourself. But when it's other people against us, we kind of, yeah, I'm more against, I think, the whole Mahomes and Swift and Kelsey thing than I am the Eagles. And the Eagles at least got the talent to back up their assholery. So I'm going to say Eagles.
Scott.
Yeah, I'm going to go Eagles here. Gosh, the Chiefs. Who are the receivers? Rice is suspended.
Hopefully Tyreek soon.
Worthy is gone. And then Pacheco is
Did Worthy get hurt?
Yeah. He got
Yeah.
taken out by Kelsey. Did you not see that?
Yeah, Kelsey,
I didn't.
They just kind of ran into each other like they were on the opposite ways of an intersection. So just
Kelsey
like
did it
a-
on purpose.
and
He's
Like a
he's
deer
jealous.
getting hit by a car. Just
yeah. Worthy
Shoulder
was-
injury. He'll be out for
Yeah,
weeks.
he'll be out. So,
Good. Maybe your mom will finally respond to me for a trade. I've tried to trade for him like 5 times, and your mom just never responds.
So, and then Pacheco is one piece away from being hurt too. So in that sense, it got to go with the Eagles. They're just going to be the better team in this one.
And how beautiful would it be to see the Chiefs start out 0-2? Mwah.
Yeah.
let's see, Grayson.
Give me Philly. I want to see the Chiefs lose. I think they're on their back foot, and I think honestly, if they get hit in the mouth again, it'll show us, as David brought out earlier, that this team is just nothing more than mediocre, and for some reason they're still, considered to be top tier. So I think Philly will be the one to be putting that steamroller to bed and finally stop this whole Kansas City Chiefs tirade of all this focus on the media and everything else. So I'm all for it. But yeah, give me Philly.
David, I sent you the
I
video.
just saw it. I like it. Travis Kelsey killed Xavier Worthy.
It looks like
That's crazy.
yeah.
Swift said she was excited to see him play.
Travis Kelsey was like, not today.
That's why he took him out.
It's even
No.
funnier because neither one of them was like the ball was not going towards anywhere around there.
They just get murdered. Nolan.
Obviously,
crime.
it must have been, but yeah, definitely going with the Eagles on this one. Realistically, the chefs are definitely falling off. They're looking more like regular
They're-
Indian.
They're cooked, right?
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
chefs.
The chefs, they're cooked.
Great cook.
Or they look more like regular Indians and not Chiefs, you know. So yeah, but nope, they're falling off for sure. I think the Eagles are
Why
definitely.
you stop putting Bob on top of me?
Oh my god,
Whoa.
solid, but yeah, for sure, going Eagles.
Bobby.
Philadelphia over Kansas City.
That brings us to Sunday night. Finally, Atlanta traveling to Minnesota, and what could actually be a fun game. David, who do you got?
I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I think Bijan was looking fantastic this week, and I think it's gonna keep ramping up. And for my sake and my points, I hope it does. So I'm gonna say let's go Falcons.
All right, Scott.
Actually, I'm gonna go with Vikings. Let's see if they can continue the play that they had in the second half of the game Monday night. So yeah, let's see if they can continue it. I'll go with Falcons. I'm sorry, no, I'll go with Vikings. My fault. Vikings, Minnesota, easy.
All right, Bobby.
Minnesota.
Grayson.
Give me Minnesota.
All right, Brendan.
I'm going to say Atlanta. I think that was a tough divisional game that they knew that they should have had, and I think they'll be able to come back and beat Minnesota.
Yeah, plus I mean Minnesota had a good game, last night, but they still barely won against the Bears.
Go Bears. Nolan.
Definitely going with Minnesota. I out of respect to the boys, I can't rightfully go for Atlanta. But also at the same time, Minnesota can suck it too. I've got way too many losses to them and way too many big games off of some BS. So, but if I had to choose out of those two, I'm going with the lesser of two evils. So, but also Minnesota just looks they look really solid.
Before you pick Nolan, remember Nick is a big Minnesota fan.
That's fine. I mean, he can be a Minnesota fan.
I'm just saying.
He wishes he had long braided hair like that. But yeah, no, it's one of those ones that
he's got to look more like Yusuf.
Yeah, Yusuf Khan.
That's the look he's going for. Yusuf Sheik.
It's a good look. But yeah, no, I'm going with Minnesota, my dude. Realistically, I think they're Minnesota. So hot right now. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Minnesota as well. I think it'll be a really fun, close game. But I just think the Vikings defense will be able to step it up at the end just because Brian Flores just runs a really good unit. So give me them. We got a doubleheader on Monday night, which is always dumb. But we got Tampa Bay and Houston. David.
Let's give it to Houston. They had a bummer of a game this Sunday. I think that they're going to come out swinging a little harder. Personally, I think I like the Bucs more team-wise. I would go for them. But in this matchup, I think Houston's going to squeak it out.
Scott?
Yeah, I agree. I think Houston's going to have a much better game than they did last week. Buccaneers are going to be fun to watch, but still, it's going to be Houston at home.
Brendan.
I think the Bucs.
Bucs. Okay. Bobby.
Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Nolan.
I think I'm gonna go with the Bucs on this one. I like them just a little bit more than I do Houston. Houston's getting good. They're getting not bad, but realistically, I think the Bucs are still a pretty strong team comparatively. And say what you will, but I still like Baker. So
What you will.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Never mind. Keep pushing.
But yeah, no, it's one of those ones that I like the Bucs in this matchup. Realistically,
And good racing.
Give me the Buccaneers. Baker's my boy. They're still good. They still got plenty of weapons on that team. He still can perform. The Texans, fledgling, starting to get better, but yeah, give me the Bucs.
Yeah, give me Tampa Bay as well. I think they just have too many weapons, and I think Houston is just a little overrated. They had like a kind of decent season that one year. CJ Stroud came in, and they really haven't tried to get better. No real run game, so definitely a big question mark there. And that takes us to our final Monday night game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Raiders. Let's give this to Bobby since it's his two favorite teams. Bobby, Chargers, Raiders, who you taking?
I can't stand the Raiders.
So Raiders.
Yep.
All right, so he's going Chargers apparently. Wait, Bobby, did you get that hat that subscriber sent to you from
No.
Tony? Tony still has it?
Nope.
Sad days. David,
Give me the Chargers.
Scott.
Yeah, actually, I think right now the Chargers are is going to be the up and coming team that's going to have a surprisingly good season. Along with Justin Herbert's going to really have a good season, I believe, and they got some nice receivers. So I'm going to go with Chargers. Chargers over Raiders. Definitely.
Nolan.
I like Harbaugh, so we're going with the Chargers. Senior Herbert is pretty solid right now, so he's doing good. So want to see the kid succeed. I want him to be up there in the greats. He's getting there. You know, give him about another year, and dude's elite, hands down. So
Racing.
Give me the Chargers. They're coming off the win against the Chiefs, so I think they're gonna pull it out and beat the Raiders. Even though I kind of do want to see the Raiders win, the Chargers are just a better team overall right now, so I think they're gonna pull it out.
And Brendan.
like burning shit down in my house.
Brendan.
Yes. Chargers.
All right. And I will be taking the Chargers as well. So there's our picks. We went a little bit longer than normal.
Hold on. Can I ask one last question of everybody?
Yeah.
All right, week 1. What is your way too early prediction? Who's winning the Super Bowl? I'll start. I think it's the Bills' year. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, give me the Bills.
Dude, I don't think that sounds silly, if I'm being honest.
I think the Chiefs are finally been taken down, so I think honestly this is probably their year for sure.
Yeah, barring anything goofy, any bad injuries, any kind of goofy stuff like that, I definitely think the Bills are taking they'll probably take the ship.
Yeah, I agree.
They look very, very strong.
It really is. It's definitely Buffalo's year.
I thought it was going to be a much more interesting question.
I mean, in all honesty, like if we want to pick the other team that's going to go to the Super Bowl too, I honestly think that early on,
Packers.
crap, I have them all.
Packers, Bills.
Ooh.
Brendan, who's your Super Bowl pick? You didn't pick anybody yet.
Eagles, duh. I'm the only one here that has a winning team. All your guys' teams suck.
That checks.
So you think they're going to repeat?
Yes.
Hey, Brendan. Scott has the Colts. They are winning.
Second best team in their division. Okay.
Brendan, are you willing to bet your next season's team name on if the Eagles repeat or not?
No, because I really like my team name.
Oh.
Wait, Brendan, what is your team name?
Wah, wah.
No faith. No
He
faith.
can't
Proud of
say
my
in,
name.
he can't
You
say in
came with
public.
me with it.
Bob, what's Bob's Super Bowl pick? Bring him in.
All right, we'll bring Bobby in. Bobby,
Yeah.
Raiders going all the way.
We're gonna right the ship this year.
The Raiders.
The Broncos are. I think we're a scary team. If we get it together,
Okay.
the offense and defense, we're a scary team to look out for.
So your Super Bowl
Yeah.
pick is Broncos?
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
I know.
Everybody's saying it. All the reporters, radio people are saying it.
But first, I got a question. Why does Bob look like a got any games on your phone kind of kid right now? With half the face. Got any games on your phone? Like with his half a face in the picture.
You got Roblox?
You got Roblox? Yeah.
There you go. There
There we go. Got away, Bobby. But yeah, it'll be an interesting year.
Honestly, if Detroit can pull it together and if they can get back to the team that they were last year, I think for NFC, I think they have a shot to go all the way. If they can get their crap together.
Right. But again, like I said, gents, what week 1? Realistically, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, week 1. We'll be back for week 2, and we'll go into a little bit more depth about everything that's going on. Stay tuned because we got lots of cool stuff upcoming tomorrow. We have a interesting conversation on Return to Oz dropping, so just keep an eye out for that. We will also be returning to the Conjuring world at some point here in the future. And you never know. Maybe I just have to go watch Jurassic World again for a gazillionth time. So we will see you guys on the flip side. And make sure to go description below and check out everybody's links because they got lots of cool videos on their channels.